morning. How is everybody doing today? I've got a wee break, a few hours before Gary arrives. So that's my last retreat finished yesterday, which I wanted to talk to you about, 528. It's the first time that we've done that retreat, and it was amazing. And I'm sure if you talk to any of the guys that were here, they will tell you the same. We'll be getting some testimonies up and out, because obviously that's word of mouth is by far the most valuable asset to any business. So what we've been seeing, because obviously what's a bit different this year is we have the biotherapies, we had them out, people could access them regularly, which of course makes quite a huge difference. And one of my friends who arrived here with a boot on, and it wasn't just the boot, it wasn't just the food and the biotherapies, it's everything here that is incredibly powerful for healing. So it's really, it's remarkable to see the healings that take place right in front of your eyes. And we can't ignore the biotherapies, the addition of that, because we really do understand that that it's literally, if your battery is flat, and I'm sure you know people who are tired, exhausted, and the food is actually probably one of the more laborious ways to get energy into the body, much as it's a very powerful way. But it's also, you've got to digest the food, extract the energy, and also that can be, that can actually deplete a lot of your energy. So what is really fascinating for me with what I've been seeing at the Health Hub, and obviously what we're witnessing here, because last year we had the biotherapies here, but we had them upstairs and they just didn't get used the way that they have been used this year, which is making a huge difference, I believe. And I'm sure you can ask people. Linda, my friend who was here with the boot on, she was putting the coil round her ankle every night. And quite often just sitting, they would just put, sit and blether, and they would put the coil on, and they would have, and she said on the last day or the second last day, I saw her walking. We actually didn't realise it was her. The first day she was here, she was actually getting down on her bum and sliding over the rocks. And then in the last day, she was walking without the boot. Now, you don't want to over-egg things, obviously, because not everybody's going to get that result. There was obviously other things going on, i.e. Linda came for the microbiome, and the nutrition here is very diverse for that reason. We did a lot of letting go, because you can't separate the emotional side of the body, the spiritual side of the body, and the physical side. You just can't do it. It all goes together. So I may eat a very clean, beautiful diet, but if I'm gossiping and bringing people down, then I'm negating that. If I'm ruminating over the past, if I'm projecting my anxiety and fear into the future, that affects the microbiome too. So it's a very rounded, if I don't have faith, if I don't believe I'm protected and guided, that has an impact on the microbiome. Everything, of course, I've been down, thanks to my friend Nicola Harkins, who is the lymph ninja, Body Connect. Don't send her messages at 10 o'clock at night, please. She is my guru when it comes to the fascia and the lymph and the glymph, and how that impacts everything, and basically how we get rid of things that get into the body that need to get out. So it's a very holistic overview of this phenomenal, well, I call it an organ, a crystalline plasma that surrounds our entire body, where the information travels at 6 times faster than the vagus nerve. Look what I found after the 528. Look at that wee love heart, crystal love heart. Somebody must have left it for me. cis crystalline plasma, which is this super highway of communication, and where so much gets stored. And they're even saying that the meridian system is compacted fascia, which kind of makes sense to me with why EFT works so quickly. And all the things we do here are all about you feeling better and being able to eliminate stinking thinking, toxicity at the physical level, emotions, etc., that the body's been holding from the past. We can't separate it. You can't come to me with anxiety and depression without me talking about your microbiome. It can't be separated. And if you've got a sore shoulder, we can't separate your shoulder from the rest of the body. It's just madness to even think about that, and how we can support the body to heal by all these different things. But the way I'm seeing it now with the biotherapies is that if you come to me in a low vibrational state, i.e. you're emotionally depleted and negative, and it's no surprise really at this time on earth, is it? But then I'm trying to teach you, you can heal yourself. Look how much better you can feel if you would only do all these different things. So I'm up here telling you, you're feeling down there and you're just like, do one, Lilia, will you? I cannot be bothered. I have no energy to make these changes. I am overwhelmed, I'm stressed, and then I'm kind of like, it just doesn't work. Whereas now, what we're looking at, and I have to say, this place supports healing, as is Hobbs and Creighton go to, what Stephanie and Rick have created there. So coming there is a really, really good idea if you can. But I get it that not everybody can for different reasons. So when you come to a place like this, and we start putting pulsed electromagnetic frequencies through the body, and we start shining red light through the body, and then we start breathing, we fill the body with oxygen, and we support the release of the past, of the trauma, the body starts to heal itself. What can I say? Even my friend Cara, who's been here, she wasn't here last year, so she's like, the difference in these people, oh my God. Yeah, it's quite significant. And with the level of diversity and fibre that's in the food, then we are really using that to cleanse the intestine and the gut and take out, that helps to take out the stuff as it goes through the body, and of course helps you to eliminate it out through the other side. Because what we're trying to do on a mental, physical, biological, physiological, spiritual, emotional level is we're trying to get information out the body and new information in. And that takes a little bit of time, but really what we're seeing here in a few short days is immense change. And I have to thank everybody who's come, because it's been phenomenal groups, and we all know it doesn't always work like that. You can get one person that wants to blame, shame, and complain, and can change the feeling in the entire group. We've not had that at all this winter. It's just been people that they might not agree with everything I say. I couldn't care less. Provoke thought, because if you're not wanting to open your mind and open your heart, don't come. If you want to stay the same, this is not the place for you. You're going to get challenged. You're going to be uncomfortable. It's all part of the growth procedure. And we'll teach you how to own your feelings and own your offence and become way, way, way more powerful than you ever dreamed possible. But if you think you're going to get that with zero discomfort, then I'm sorry, you're not. But what happens when you come to a group, and we had 11 women just left yesterday, the very first 528, which I want to talk to you about, because it's a very different retreat from normal. It's very gentle, meditative, loving. We focused on the heart, on the heart. My friend Gainer's been here with her bowls, Cara with her angel fascia fingers, because I'm like, that you're working on the fascia. Everybody loves it. And I've been talking and praying through the energies. You may not like the word pray. I like it. But it doesn't matter. Call it something else. Affirmations through that, and asking intentions through the chakra system, so that the body has getting this opportunity to let go. And it doesn't matter the level of trauma, your body can heal it. And again, this is because I'm still learning as well, right? It's this idea that we need an expert. There's an expert out there somewhere who can help you, and you can't do it without them. And it's just simply not true. Do you need support? Yeah. Why? Because it's fun. And other humans can really, really help and support you. The love in this room over the last few days and the enormous support, even with the wanting to, I know better, the ego's popping in. Morning, Kaz, can't wait to see you. It's the love that comes through and moving you out of judgment. I don't like him. I don't like her. I don't like that voice. I don't like that. And I'm just like, ego. And it's like, but then you just breathe and you rise above it. And we've been doing a lot of touch as well. And obviously love tuning. And to get into the 528 state, which is that unconditional love frequency. Now, it's quite easy when you come here. I know that for myself. I'm shielded from the big bad outside world. Other people wanting to bring me down and judge me. It just doesn't happen here. We're in this beautiful cocoon of the mountains and the river energy and the people that have come here to elevate. And I can't wait to spend a week with Kaz and everything that she's doing now, and how we hold the space for you to own your power, to stand in your own 2 feet and just shift your perception on what the body is and how you can learn to heal yourself. And you'll know that. If you don't know it completely, you will leave here with an open mind of, there is a potential in the field for me, regardless of what you've been told by well-meaning others. You can't do this. This is incurable. This is terminal. Oh, really? We're moving out of that paradigm where we give all our power away. We are, look at that, look at this. See it? Oh my God, how I love this place, this space. It really supports all the work that we're doing. The beauty around is it just opens your heart. And if you keep it at its most simple, and this is what I was telling the story about how I started the 528 retreat, because it was when I met Joey Dean down in Bristol. My friend Neely had invited me down to a festival there. And he had a vision in Bali that if we can get enough people onto 528, the frequency of 528, which is the key of C, green, yellow in colour, the 528 vibration. It's a vibration, not a frequency. We can talk about that another day as well. When we get onto that feeling of unconditional love, however we get there, and plenty of people have done it with drugs and plant medicines, and there's nothing wrong with that. You get to experience it. But how do we on a day-to-day basis get up to that place and stay there when everybody around you is like, meh, 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 meh. So that's why I'm so excited about Quarriers, about the Health Hub in Quarriers. We're going to have a place now. We can run this full time. That you can come in and have a breathwork. You can come in and learn how to bring the breathwork into your community. The miracles honestly happen in the breathwork. It blows my mind still, the incredible power when you just change how you breathe for 30, 40 minutes. The world looks like a very different place. And then when you experience that, that's when you're like, I like feeling like this. I want to feel like this. And guess what happens to your body when you feel like that? It heals. So you're not going, you need to not eat this, don't do that, don't do that. Now, don't get me wrong, you do often have to change your diet if you want to heal. You're not supporting the body. We are having a very diverse, delicious, nutrient-dense diet here, a variety of herbs and spices and huge amounts of vegetables. And not what we would call the maintenance diet, but certainly what we would call the healing diet, to move information through your body and to see how you cope with different food. You're coming into my home. I'm living here. This is our home for this month of January. And we welcome you as guests to help you see how powerful you are. And it's a very different vibe from going on a retreat. We live here, we're living here right now. We're bringing you into our home to share our passion, gifts and experience. Gary and Vona arrived today. And if you know Gary's work, unbelievable man, what he does and he'll teach you very gently. But again, you might feel a wee bit uncomfortable. That's okay. You're going to be in the safest place to feel uncomfortable, and it will pass, let me assure you. Same with Kaz, 7 whole days. And I think there might be a space left, but message Karen Conville directly or message me. 7 whole days of doing this work with the biotherapies, you are going to leave on a completely different plane. Simple as that. There is absolutely no way you're going to leave here the same person as you came, inspired, empowered, excited, curious, motivated, all of these things. You should see people when they leave, they actually don't want to leave, which is the best. The best possible testimony you can get is you just want to stay in this wee cocoon. But this is the issue, isn't it? How do we create these cocoons in our communities? And how do we help the people who can't see at the moment because of how they're feeling? And if your body is sick, and there's been a lot of flu and stuff going around, then your thinking can go down and you can see it all as hopeless. But once you start to feel a bit better and the body's upgraded, learned how to deal with what's going on, everything changes and you start. One of my friends was here this week and she was like, I'm new to all this. You know, I forget that not everybody sees the body as this magnificent crystalline plasma energy, magnetic energy, electrical thing, field of energy that is affected. You know, we went up to the waterfall yesterday, just myself and Gaynor and Karen went into the pool, and when I came back, my HRV reading was like high. Why? Because the energy I got from the river, it literally plugged me in. No food could have done that. Yeah, I was out there. And, you know, maybe if we went out and did something else, just went for a hike, I'm going to be measuring this week with Gary being here. I'm going to have time I'll get my Cara and myself. Cara's heart rate variability was 100. She's been here with me for nearly 3 weeks. And yeah, it's just a no-brainer, isn't it? This is the way you want to be living. You want to feel like this every single day if you can. And then when the curveballs come, as they inevitably will, and there could be a few of them this year, we're ready, we're strong, and we're able, and we're capable, and we can see through the glasses of love instead of the glasses of judgment and hostility. And that is always the goal. So when, Cara's amazing, Kaz. Wait till you see that she's been doing laughter yoga. She's been doing fascia work with her angel fingers. And she's helped me in the kitchen, which has been absolutely invaluable. And she does that all with that big, beautiful smile on her face. And she dances. What can I say? She teaches you how to dance and play and have fun. It's just incredible. So I'm very blessed. And what was interesting this year, which wasn't planned, and I like stuff that's not planned and how it just evolves, is Gaynor came with her singing bowls and, you know, she's like, can I do this? Can I do this? I'm like, yes. I could lie down and breathe. And we went to heaven with her breath work and her unique style. And that's what I love about all the instructors that I've taught. They're all doing it in their own different way. There's no franchise fee. You can come and you can learn for a very reasonable price. You can go into your community and do what you want. It's up to you. I give you the structure and the science and the understanding of why we do it. I'm in the process of doing the course with Dan Brule, which is mind-blowing, which I'm going to be bringing into my new course in March. Absolutely incredible what you can do with the breath, and it's free, and you know how I like free stuff. So yeah, Cara's been amazing. She's been in with the laughter yoga, the dancing, the play, the obviously helping me in the kitchen, just my right-hand woman. Gaynor came in with the sound bowls. We've been doing sonic massage, which is amazing, just inventing stuff, right? And Linda, who is an absolute powerhouse of information, on the perimenopause, the menopause, and pelvic health. I had no idea about the stats around incontinence, front and back. That was complete news to me, and her understanding of how the things that you can do. So I don't know what her website is, but Linda Stevens, look her up. She's got free stuff as well. She's as obsessed by that as I am a bit. So you're meeting these passionate women. So she did a workshop on the 528 because it was all women that we had. And I think even for men, it's helpful to understand, you know, what especially if you've given birth and it's been traumatic, all of that stuff. A really, really powerful insight. I mean, like things I hadn't thought about. For example, if you're kind of incontinent or if you walk too fast, or so all the things you can't do, you don't want to do because you're embarrassed, and how it can be changed. And then there was one woman, I think this really struck me because I love sailing, that she couldn't go sailing anymore because of her embarrassment around no trust in the body, but also no trust in this lower region. So constantly tight in that area, trying not to pee yourself. I mean, that must be awful. I can't even imagine. And it affects so many people. Yeah, look up Linda Tracy. She's just, and she, you know, she's got all her own story of she's walked the walk and she's healed herself, which is what every presenter that comes to our festivals has done. They have walked the walk. And, you know, I really feel the surge that's coming right now to change our health trajectory around. And, you know, obviously I am really focused on people who have been diagnosed incurable or terminal, because I don't want people believing that, because it may well not be true. And then you end up living in fear when you don't need to. But there's all these other things that can just diminish your life force. You know, chronic fatigue, it's maybe not going to kill you, but it ruins your joie de vivre. And website to Linda Stevens above. Oh, thanks, Sash. That's great. And, you know, incontinence. I really, really hadn't realised that was such a problem. Perimenopausal symptoms. And, you know, again, that wasn't even a word when I was going through whatever it was I was going through. You know, all these different understandings, because the thing is, we've interfered with the 5 elements so much, with the natural cycles. And, you know, I'm no wanting HRT and all these different lotions and potions, not for anybody, but I know that they can really help alleviate symptoms. And you need to do that often. You know, if I was in intense pain, I would absolutely take a painkiller. So it's all about watching and looking at your body and going, what can help me in this moment? You don't throw any baby out with the bathwater. You look at all the different things that are possible that could make your life easier, because life's bloody well hard enough. So if a wee pill or a wee cream can help you through a hard time, fire in. That's my take on it. Yes. Yeah, I know, it's beautiful. See, because these places are so light, you're really aware of the, like last night we went into the town for an Indian at 5 o'clock. It was light. I was like, whoa, spring is in the air. John Angus is home, and so I'm going to get to see his girls and his family, and yeah, and Marcy, I'm just really, really excited to see them and hear about their journey. Gary and Ivona are arriving this afternoon. We've got a whole new bunch of guests. Cara's always dancing around, going to the excitement of all the people that are coming for this next retreat, and what you're going to get to experience, and the luxury of giving yourself the time. But I want to talk about Cretan, because we're going to Cretan next, the beginning of March. Now, you know that we're about teaching you how to fish, teaching you about how incredible your body is, and the whole electromagnetic side of being human that's really been completely ignored in the West up until, well, certainly for me, fairly recently. How that affects, how we can affect our health with our thoughts and our feelings and our perceptions. Yes, it is, Tracy, isn't it? I know I really wanted to bring you up to let you see it, but next time. Yes, exactly, Kate. This is the time. You know, the work we do is not for the faint-hearted, and it's not for the victim consciousnness. Because if you want to blame other people, now I have to be very mindful here, because some people do awful things and they have played a very negative part in our lives, and we know that. And trust me, I listen to people's stories. But now that this shift in consciousness, where we are starting to move out of that, right, what do I do now? How do I look forward instead of looking back? And, you know, my friend Vida B, Family Constellations, she talks about that. You know, we all look forward and stop looking back, because when we're looking back, we're not looking forward. And who wants to live in the past? Not me. So moving into these higher energy, it takes courage. It takes courage to let go. It takes courage to breathe. Don't ask me why, but it does. I see it. And we can encourage you. Encourage, it's hard to open your heart. If it's been battered and bruised and nearly destroyed with grief and pain, and I know people like that. So, but we will gently encourage you to see the power within you. And in Cretan, we've got Jennifer Main, who's going to be teaching Theta 1 and Theta 2, another incredible healing modality that you can use on yourself and on your family. And you can teach your kids. I had a 19-year-old here the first week, and I was like, oh, what a soul she was. She is. And she came with her dad, which was really cool. And I thought, imagine learning this stuff at 19. I didn't learn how to change my chemistry with breath. I was nearly 60. So annoying. I'm like, I wish I'd known all this stuff. You know, we owe the younger generation to teach them how incredible their body is and the power that they have. Don't give it away to a dark entity. You learn, you understand, and you choose, so that you're not being coerced by well-meaning others who just simply don't know about this stuff. You know, it's as simple as that. You know, they say it takes 20 years from bench to bed. These inventions are happening. It was 20 years to filter down to us. We no longer have to wait. We can do our own research, self-directed research. And I say that to everybody that comes here. Go home and do your own research. It's your body. It's your responsibility. It's your destiny. And be the light in your family, so that your kids can go, she's doing all right. Tell me what you do. How does this work? Right, this breath works. So, you know, talk to the people that were here. I mean, they're just leaving in a completely different state. Now, I'm not stupid. You go home, you go back to life, and things can change. How do you maintain it? And this is why our long-term vision is to have these biotherapies and all these modalities in your community. Are you willing to come and learn and take it into your community? What are you going to do about it? Because no longer can you wait on a politician or a doctor or an expert or whatever you want to call it to come and save you. It's not happening. You might have noticed by now, it's up to us. So we need to stand up. And in order to stand up, we need to be well. We need to be brave. We need to have courage of our conviction, and we need to be willing to be ridiculed, because you will be. I get it a lot, but I know the power within every single one of us. We know, you look at a 2-year-old learning things and you see the potential in that little being and how the stories can hold them back as they grow older. And you know that we know that first 7 years is really critical to a child. But we also know as an adult, you can change anything you want. You. No pill, no specialist, no expert. And this trauma-informed, it's trauma, narcissism. And we're now like, right, hold on a minute. Your body can heal anything, and Emil, absolutely anything. But if you're giving your power away and expecting somebody else to fix you, you're done for. You have to understand. Now, I'm not saying don't go to people for help, because do. Because other people can really support and help you, because they're walking a path and maybe they've been walking it a wee bit longer than you. I've been on this journey for 35 years. Absolutely every single day of my life. I don't read or listen to anything that's not about natural healing. I don't follow people that go into the system, because there's enough data around that. What we're looking at is a different way here, a different choice. For those of us that are like that, I don't like the sound of that. Where do I go? Health Hub Warriors. That's where you go. We've got the biotherapies to help you charge your batteries. Do you ever pick up your phone in the morning and it's not charged? Is that you? Is that you going, oh, I just slept and I'm not recharged? You're lacking oxygen, lacking energy. That current, you're blocked at some level, and it may be physical, it may be emotional, it may be mental, you maybe have no faith. So that's where we come in. Heal Scotland. Sorry, I'm getting lots of lovely. If we're looking at, I'm not sure if we're going to. Yeah, May, you're absolutely right. And I think that's very honest. You're always honest. That's what I love about you. Let's raise awareness of the younger generation. I'm doing a live, Helen. No, it's fine. Don't worry. Let's raise awareness of the younger. Breathwork has changed my life. Gene Keys, doing shadow work. Yeah, and I think that's a really good point. Gene Keys are brilliant. And I know I've got friends that do it. We have, and also what you're saying there is there's lots of different ways, and that's why we have the festivals, so that you can get a little bit of touch and a taste and meet the people and decide what it is that works for you. And, and we'll change. Next year I might learn something else, which brings me back to Cretan. So we're doing Theta Healing 1 and Theta Healing 2. And then we're doing fasting, microbiome 528, and then we've got Liberate Wellbeing with stress management. So we have, again, we're walking you through all the things that can massively impact your health and well-being. So Cretan is down near Newton Stewart. Beautiful. What Steph and Rick have created there. It's honest to God unique. It's so tasteful and beautiful and healing. And if you know Stephanie Campbell, she's got this incredible heart. And Stephanie and I met 35 years ago. She was giving Joanna, it may even be longer than that, actually. She was giving Joanna reflexology when she was ill. And we used to lay off about the food in the hospitals. And so we've been walking on this journey together for a long, long time. And she's helping Heal Scotland because she, like me, is passionate about helping people in her own country. And so it's a very special place made with love. What they've created, it's totally unique. They've not got a builder in to build stuff. They've taken this place, and Stephanie's taste in interior design, just amazing. So, come and join us in Cretan if you want to learn how to fish, how to heal yourself. Again, everything is designed for you to go back to your community, back to your home, and change the terrain and change the frequency of your heart. Yeah, so I think I've probably been on here long enough. I'll put I'm feeling hugely, hugely, hugely grateful to, obviously, John Angus introduced me to his sister, and that's how we ended up here. And really, this place is very, very special. If you want to come to, I think Kaz has put her website on there. If you've got a last minute, it's not letting me share these links because bloody Facebook. And remember, join our community. A £5 a month and get access to all the incredible information and then how we're going to, when we can get enough members, how we're going to use that money to subsidise the biotherapies for people. I've tried to share it, but if you go to the healscotland.com page and you'll see the Heal In, click on the Heal In. I've got my breathwork training there as well. If you I can't even believe Facebook. Facebook will not allow you to post this. It's honest to God, I'm getting 100 lines from Facebook. Anyway, apparently from the 30th of January, I don't even know what I did. I mean, I've done a lot of controversial things and said a lot of controversial things, but all I was doing was posting photos of Skye. I wasn't even being bad or controversial. Anyway, we've got the festivals coming up as well. We've got Stonehaven first. We've got Tarbert. Stonehaven, they've got a beautiful sauna. We're hoping on the Friday night to get together and do some contrast bathing with the sauna there and get some fish and chips down at the beach. weather permitting, obviously. And then we've got a brilliant lineup for you on the Saturday and the Sunday. And then we can spend hopefully a lot of time down at that beach because it's beautiful there. And then we're in Tarbert with the new Westloch Wellness spectacular facility. And we've got a big Nordic sauna there and a far infrared sauna. And who knows what else is going to be there. I was saying to Malky, who has created that beautiful place, this is the hospital of the future. This is how we do it in nature, with the river, with the sea, with the forests, everything that we need to charge ourselves up. And then we're going to be in Quarriers, and then we're going to be back in Strontian, which is absolutely idyllic as well. So yeah, we've got a lot of fun coming on, all to educate, inspire and support. If you're feeling the call, come and learn. Come and tell us what you want to create in your community. Let's do this together. Co-create the way Linda and Gaynor and Cara and myself, it's so nice for me to share the retreats and to be able to sit back and learn from others and see, because you can get lost in your own wee world, can't you? Your own wee lane. Hi Debbie, share to the greatest, but yeah, you're that Mark Zuckerberg has that power over me really doesn't sit well, and that's why we need to get into the community and we no longer rely on this crazy powerful, unbelievable entity. And I've been talking about it for ages, and now I'm like, right, if we can all get into the community, we've got our own social media platform, and Facebook do not, or YouTube cannot dictate, because where we're going is going to disempower a lot of the big tech companies. And when we start talking about community wealth building and not putting our money out there into the pockets of the people that are causing the problem, that are controlling us, and back into our communities, the people that we know and love and care about. The move is on, people. The move is on. Can you feel it? It's very exciting. So yeah, the Health Hub in Quarriers. Get along to the Health Hub. Meet Jonathan, who set this place up. These biotherapies, you don't need to be a doctor, you don't need a PhD, you don't need to know anything. Can you plug in your phone? Yeah, you can plug in your body. Simple as that. We've got a load of experts that we're collaborating with that can really help us with more tricky cases. But come on, I'm pretty sure everybody watching this knows what to do. Eat clean. Let go, charge your batteries. Need I say more? So listen, if you can't make Skye, as I said, Gary's retreat's full, and I think there's one place on Kaz's, so you've got an opportunity to come here on Sunday and join us. And then this is the goal, it's to set this up full time at Quarriers. We have a cafe, we have the food, we have the breath work, we have the nature, we have the people. You're going to come into a pool of believers, a sea of hope, of a new way to be, see, perceive your body, your health, your power. That's what we're creating, co-creating. So if you want to get involved, come to the festivals, join the community, be part of the change. It is honestly so exciting, and I'm totally recharged by spending time with all these people. Like, wow, what can be done in a few short days? Because I'm like, oh, you need to stay for probably a month to get no, people are getting charged up in a few days. It's unbelievable. And if you don't believe me, well, as Henry Ford says, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. Why wouldn't you try? Go and try it. And the thing with the biotherapies is, you probably notice a difference quite quickly in 2 weeks if it's going to work for you. Get yourselves up there. The expansion is on. We're creating the academy, the cafe, and now we just need the people. We're having an open day on the 21st of February. It's a Saturday. There'll be talks about the science. There'll be tours around the venue, and there will be the opportunity to book in if you want and talk to all the experts. Come on, guys, let's get together. Let's change our health trajectory around. You imagine this. Scottish cancer rates plummet. No suicides this year in Scotland on any of the islands or the mainland. Type 2 diabetes eradicated. This is what we can do when we stop waiting for somebody else to change and fix us. So this is what we're going to do, because what's 800 people diagnosed this week? What? With cancer? Are you going to sit around and wait to be a stat? No chance. Now, no blame here. I could get diagnosed with cancer. There's absolutely none of us are exempt. We're all living in this mental world. But can we do a lot of things to learn? And if the worst case scenario happened, we'd be equipped and we'd be fearless to go, I'm not scared of my body. I love this baby. It's unbelievably intelligent. It even made itself with a bit of help from the divine. Yes, thank you, Kate. It'd be great to see you somewhere. And get involved. Come to a festival. Come to Cretan. Come to the Health Hub at Quarriers. Be part of it. Try it. And I'm looking at ways to get this equipment into your home if you're not well enough to get out. My daughter and my brother have been very unwell. I know firsthand the pain of all of that and the devastation, and how when somebody's been such a vibrant part of your life and they no longer can be, because their whole life force, we are looking at the solutions for that. There isn't a pill. And most GPs will tell you that. The chronic autoimmune diseases, they don't have drugs and surgery for. But we have biotherapies. I can't promise you the world. I would like to, but I can tell you one thing, you can try. You can try. Nobody else. It's your body. It's your responsibility. And we will support and help you until you get strong enough to fly. Fly high in Skye. Anyway, huge love, guys, and I will chat to you really soon. Ciao, ciao.